Hey there, it's CJ Will, and I'm cracking a pack today. I'm back with pack number 15 of my 1988 Topps Mini Leaders box. I'm trying to see how many picks I have to crack to get all 77 cards in the complete set. I've included a link to the preview video in the description below, which gives me a little explanation on the set and the highlights of what I could pull in cracking these packs. Since each pack only has 7 cards in it, I'll guess which category or categories the player led their league in. Then I'll flip the card over to see if I was right or how very bad my memory was of the 1987 MLB season. I've got my awesome checklist right here to see how my progress is doing in completing the set. I am 6 cards away. The last pack, number 14, was awesome. No duplicates. Went from 13 to 6. So hopefully this is the pack, number 15, that will get me to the complete set, and then I can start looking at the second complete set. So anyway, let's get to cracking this pack and seeing if we're going to do it. So these kind of plastic packs are a little difficult to get open. All right, flip it over. Let's get our Spring Fever Baseball out of there. Okay, and get to cracking the pack. All right, well, let's zoom in, make it a little easier to see. Okay, John Kruk is the first card in the pack. All right, John Kruk. So I need to remember this. He was one of our more recent ones, and he is also our first triple out of the box. So now we're starting on set number 3. Kruk was a league leader in hits. No, not hits, because he didn't play quite a full enough season. He was a league leader in batting average, and I think that may be it. Get him up here. Yep, batting average. So Kruk finished 4th in the league with .313 batting average, and then 6th in on-base percentage with .406. Funny player, John Kruk. All right, Robin Yount is our next one, and he is another triple. So yikes, we're moving into triple territory. I got to complete a second set before I start getting triples. Yount, if I remember correctly, was a game-winning RBI leader. So now I'm starting to remember the game-winning RBI. Oh, but I forgot he was also 5th in hits with 198. He was also 4th in triples with 9. I still don't understand why Topps didn't include triples as a bolded performance metric. And then 10th in batting average. So anyway, Hall of Famer Robin Yount started his career as a shortstop, then moved on to be a center fielder. Roger McDowell is our next card. That is a triple. Okay, and he led the league in saves. So now I need to remember where he finished as a league leader with saves. I think he was 5th in saves. Yes, okay. So 25 saves was 5th. Had a 4.18 ERA, so that's not very good. He eventually was moved off of the closer role for the Mets as they picked up John Franco in a trade with the Reds. Okay, Bret Saberhagen is the next card. So good, we're to duplicates instead of having triples. Bret Saberhagen alternated great years. So an even year, he wasn't so great. An odd year, he was great. So I'm going to say that Bret Saberhagen was a leader in wins and ERA. So ERA, he was 4th with 336, and wins, he was tied for 4th with 18 wins, 2nd in shutouts, 2nd in complete games, and 9th in innings. I was never a big fan of Bret Saberhagen, mainly because his 1985 Royals beat the Cardinals in the World Series. So, though he was a pretty good pitcher with the Mets and then Rockies. Paula Molitor is our next player. So we got Molitor and Yount in the same pack. So Brewer teammates and fellow Hall of Famers. Molitor in 87 had a great year. He had a hit streak of 49 games, I believe. No, that seems to be a little high. But he was chasing down Joe DiMaggio's record of a 56-game hitting streak. Molitor was a league leader, if I remember correctly, in hits and runs and batting average. So runs 114, doubles with 41, 353 batting average, on base percentage 438, and 4th in stolen bases with 45. hits, that's right, he spent a number of games on the injured list, and so didn't quite have as many hits, but still was able to get enough at-bats to qualify for the batting title chase. Next we have Zane Smith. Smith didn't have too much career success. May have to back this out. I don't like that that's not capturing it very well. But in 1987, he was able to put together at least a relatively successful year. He was a league leader, if I remember correctly, in wins and earned run average. So 5th in victories with 15, 1st in games started, 3rd in shutouts, 4th in complete games, and 5th in innings. No, ERA, he was 4.09, so I was way off on that. So the Braves were not a good team in the late 80s to early 90. It wasn't until 91 when they went worst to first and lost the World Series to the Minnesota Twins, but by that time had Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz, and became the dominant team that they are now. Dave Parker will be our last card of the pack. So all duplicates and a couple of triples. Parker should have been a Hall of Famer if he hadn't really got mixed up in drugs in his career. He also spent some time injured that took away probably 3 good seasons. I still think he's in the conversation for the Hall of Fame. In 87, Parker had a great year with the Reds. He was a league leader in home runs, RBI. And I was completely wrong. He was first in game-winning RBI with 16. Only had 26 home runs and 97 RBI and a .253 batting average. So, yikes. We must have got Dave Parker way earlier in the pack because I couldn't remember that he did not have as great a season as I thought he had in 87. So anyway, best card out of the pack, or my favorite card out of the pack, I think I'm going to go with Robin Yount. So Robin Yount, Hall of Famer, over 3,000 hits in his career. He retired the same year as George Brett and Nolan Ryan. I believe all 4 of them were first ballot Hall of Famers in 1990, I want to say 99. What a great class. Robin Yount only had one opportunity in the World Series, and that was in 1982. When the Brewers lost to my Cardinals in the World Series. Yount came up as a shortstop, eventually moved to center field, was a perennial all-star, a great all-around player. Later on, I think he got into coaching and spent some time coaching with the Diamondbacks. I could be mistaken on that, but I know he's a major league coach, and I'm pretty sure he coached with the Diamondbacks. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Also share with me in the comments what your favorite card or what you thought was the best card in the pack. Until next time, when I'm back to crack the next pack of 1988 Topps Mini Leaders in my quest to complete the set.